to just visit a little bit today about breaking through weight loss plateaus. This is something that I've experienced more than once, and it's quite frustrating, and it's something that I hear a lot from the ladies in my online Faith and Fit groups. And it's incredibly frustrating for them. So, couple tips if you have hit a weight loss plateau. I want to encourage you, one, to track your food. So write down, enter it into an app, every single bite you eat, and just see what it is you're eating and how much you're eating. So just being aware can make a really huge difference in making sure that you are staying within your calorie count. One thing that can happen as we lose weight is that we don't burn as many calories. And so if we don't adjust our calories accordingly, it can cause a plateau because there's not enough of a deficit. On the flip side to that, I'd also encourage you, if you've been tracking and you know that you're eating few enough calories, never going below 1,200 calories a day, I would encourage you to actually, and this sounds very counterproductive, but bump your calories up for a few days and then take them back down again. So really working with your metabolism to get it burning again, but then dipping back down to where you should be for weight loss. The other thing I'd encourage you in tracking your food is to look at what kinds of food that you're eating. Make sure it's not processed foods or artificial sweeteners or too much sugar. That can make a huge difference. So we want to stick with whole foods the majority of the time. I try to live in like an 80-20, 90-10, and making sure that I'm eating whole foods the majority of the time. Another thing that you can do to bust through that weight loss plateau is by changing up your workouts. So if you have been doing the same thing for a long time, mix it up a little bit. Try out some HIIT or some Tabata workouts. You can also, and I would highly recommend, increasing strength training. The more muscle we have, the more calories we burn, and muscle burns fat. So by increasing our strength training, we can increase the amount of muscle. Being aware, just going back to tracking food for a minute, being aware that you're recording everything, and those extra little bites through the day, that those are getting written down as well. I am really guilty as a mom of eating off my kids' plates, or as I'm cooking dinner, I'm snacking all along, and I'm really guilty of getting too many extras. And then, to be honest, very often, if I'm not paying attention, the meal rolls around and I'm not even hungry because I've already eaten my meal while I'm cooking dinner. Another thing you need to look at if you've hit a weight loss plateau is getting enough sleep. Sleep can affect your hormones. Lack of sleep causes an increase in cortisol. So getting sleep is really, really important. Getting enough sleep is really important. So I would encourage you, if you are struggling with a weight loss plateau, that you would stop and look at that. Another thing I'd encourage you is to drink more water. Very often we confuse hunger and thirst. And we actually think we're hungry when in all reality we're dehydrated and we're thirsty. And so I would encourage you, by staying on top of your water, it helps to keep you full. It also helps to keep you hydrated so that you're not confusing those two. And then also watching your protein intake, making sure that you're getting enough protein, especially with strength training. You want to get that protein so that you can build the muscle. So these are some tips that if you have hit a weight loss plateau that you could try. I would encourage you to dive in and give some of these a shot and see what happens. You can find me on www.michelleheight.org, HIGHT.org, and the link to that is also in my Periscope profile. But I share all kinds of information there about my online Faith and Fit groups, blog information, recipes. So I would encourage you to go there and check that out. I hope you have a blessed evening, and I will see you here tomorrow. Bye.